Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer got together, turned the clocks forward on flavor. Dave is going to give you that tail of the tape that you love so very much.
It comes in an 8-pack with 4 great flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. And guys, it's only 110 calories.
Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Bobby Lashley. I really enjoyed this because, like on the surface, you're like, all right, they're two big, strong athletes. Dr. Death coming from that college wrestling background and football, making his way in. Just a dominant force. And then did Lashley wrestle in college as well? I believe he wrestled in the Army.
Yeah, that was the Navy. I'm assuming he wrestled in college. Oh, you got me wondering, Joe. I'm going to look that up a little bit real quick. But Bobby Lashley had a great amateur career in the military, and then he ended up having an MMA career too, where he wrestled for Bellator.
Bobby Lashley had the legitimate MMA career, and then the pseudo MMA combat sports setup that WWF did cut Dr. Death short. It's a shame because Dr. Death would have been a force in WWE. And it's kind of fair to say that both Lashley and Dr. Death were less successful in WWE than they were elsewhere.
Yeah, no doubt. His mixed martial arts career, he had fought in a few different places, and his overall record was 15-2, by the way. And it says he had some college championships here. So Bobby Lashley's legit. Dr. Death was legit. And Dr. Death is one of those guys I wonder, because Brawl for All, whatever, he was much older at that point. I wonder, like, in his prime, if there was like a UFC or something, how Dr. Death's one of those guys, like, he might have ended up choosing that as a career. Yeah, I like this comparison a lot. They're both legit, and they both have wrestling styles that take the legitimacy part of what they do and they incorporate it in that work/shoot kind of style, which I like. Who's the better overall wrestler? For me, I'm probably just a little old school. I like Dr. Death. We're talking bell to bell, but if you're talking about overall presentation, and it's really funny to say this because he's older now, but I feel like Bobby Lashley has really just upped that game the last couple years, being with MVP and the Hurt Business and that presentation right now. And he's one of the few guys. Like, when I look at AEW right now, we'll talk about them later when we review Revolution or preview Revolution. I was thinking about this today. There's a lot of guys that come to AEW and they seem to be losing some of that star factor right now because the company doesn't feel as hot. That's not Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley looks like a star there right now. So when it comes to these two, I'm probably a little more partial to Steve Williams. But if I was being honest with myself, I think Bobby Lashley is the better overall wrestler when I take in look and presentation.
I think this might be the first time doing a comparison that we are almost opposite. I would put Dr. Death as the better wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, is that what you said?
Say he's better bell to bell. Yes, I don't think we're disagreeing on that.
All right, so no. I was thinking Lashley was the better wrestler. And Dr. Death was the better overall presentation. Just because, like, he had that aura of being serious. And Dr. Death was even featured in the original MLW. He had, they had him training somebody who was like a tag team partner, mentee type thing. So, like, overall presentation, really like Dr. Death. Lashley in the ring, I've seen a lot of him in TNA. Really enjoyed what he did there. Really liking the Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate thing because it's almost like a Black Four Horsemen. And if you look at where Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are right now, they just look unstoppable.
I'll say one more thing about Bobby Lashley. Reason why I think he wins this comparison: they hurt people.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.